Hello. Today we had pretty good trading day, and I'm gonna go through everything that I had in my mind today, and just show you my trades. We took two winners today, and executions were like a little bit bad, but both of them ended up hitting my take profit and ended up even running much further. So we could have had a lot of runners and much more profits. Not only with those runners, but also with like a better entry points, because I did have some problems with executing, and I will show you them now. So let's go to Euro USD at first. So you can see how we made a massive pump during London. What that pump meant, I'm not going to trade New York, because I'm not going to counter trend trade to the downside. I'm not going to take shorts, nor am I going to take longs because we are too extended. So yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking on Euro USD. Didn't end up executing anything in New York, but we got a nice long in London. You can see what happened here. So let's just go through everything. So for me, this was sorry, pretty much like a market maker buy model, where you have your original external draw, low, lower low, lower lows created here, low low. Then you sweep this liquidity we got fair value gaps here, we reject. Then what happens, we move up and start putting some bullish bias here. And often when London is bullish, you will sweep Asia low and run higher. And I don't generally trade 1 minute chart, but I mean I do sometimes, but in I would say I will look for an execution possibility in 1 minute chart if it's needed. So let's just look at how things are going. So if you only traded 5 minute chart, that's your entry point. Exactly there. You could have targeted that high. Pretty good one. Exact 3R. Now I ended up executing much lower there and closing at around 1.5R, sorry, 2.5R. And how did that go? We swept the low, shifted in structure here in M1, and after that shift I was just thinking to myself, okay, this is not only higher time frame buy model, this is also a buy model inside of this M1. If you look at this is the external draw. We create lower low highs, and eventually we shift in structure, and now we're moving higher. Now maybe in future I will be more like taking more these kind of setups where I wait for the M5 to really give me the trade. And I have to be critical about this. So the only, like, in my opinion, this is decent trade, because M1 shift, like, yeah, it's not the greatest, but I think it's a good enough. Bias was right, and my market maker model idea was totally correct, because that's what I was thinking about there. The only problem with this specific price range is that we got that low, and the next high here. I would say this is the range. You could even draw it like from here, but in any of these situations we didn't tap the equilibrium, which I don't like. So yeah, pretty much everything in this trade is like decent, but the fact that we didn't sweep the equilibrium of the range, so that kind of made me hesitant. And um, but yeah, I will have to journal about this a little bit. Maybe in this kind of situation, you don't always have to sweep the equilibrium here, like, but like maybe it's a good idea to wait for it. I don't know, but we ended up getting a winner. Things ended up working out. What I did is took 50% of the position out at that high, put stops at that low, and then the rest of the position closed there. We made around 2%, I would say, there. And yeah, in hindsight, if I just had left my stops there and let it run, that would have been like a beautiful runner. But yeah, that was the first trade, and then a New York session. So I went through about the fact that I don't like none of these. If you have some, okay, so in this case we got that higher time frame external draw, so you can expect like an end of day retracement. In which case, you can scale like down and try to look for some type of entry model. In which case, this would be like a sell model in 1 minute chart. Your external draw. That's first low resistance liquidity, low resistance liquidity. That's your smart money reversal point. I don't know if it's a reverse, like a. So London low, New York low sweeps that. That's also 1640 euro. That's the same time, the same low. So there's no SMT. Maybe there is that one. No, I don't think DXY took that either. So yeah, there are no SMT. That's the swing high. So because there's no SMT, I would probably enter like a small position at that break of structure. Like if I traded this, now I didn't. I would enter a small break position there. Target that external draw. Then we could be adding some positions at that. Have your stop at just at that candle high. That's kind of safe. Now let's say you took like a 0.5% risk with that position and 0.5% risk with that position. That would make you around. And that's like 1.5% win there. Sorry. That's like 1.25%. So let's just say that's 1% win. And so yeah, pretty much you could have, if you like the first, you could have taken full entry there. But if you want to do like this is what I would have done, because I'm not so confident with these market maker models as of now. Like, is this the smart money reversal? It seems like it is, but I'm not so 100% sure. There's like a break structure in M1 there. So that would have provided around 2% profit. Okay. But as of now, it doesn't concern me. It's not my entry model. And look at that, man. That's actually GU, EU. EU took London high. GU didn't take London high, which is an SMT. That's the SMT what you need for your smart money reversal. But yeah, didn't want to take that. I was looking to take shorts on AU because it was looking to sell off. Now we can see what happened. Ended up selling off. It didn't provide me like the entry model that I want to see. I looked at the fair value gaps in this range, and we couldn't see like identify really any setups here or fair value gaps per se, because we got a lot of consolidation. I thought that okay, there's no fair value gaps in any time frame but the M30, so 30-minute fair value gap there. So there's nice LR, so maybe that could want to sweep that and then run. So if it had tapped me in there, I would have got into shorts at that 30-minute fair value gap. Okay, it didn't want to give me that, so then I just scaled down. 5-minute. What do you have? What 5-minute break of structure to the downside? I didn't feel comfortable taking this short because I knew that there's a like slight chance that you are running up here again. I didn't want to have that, so I ended up bailing that one. And new pair that I've been testing is USD CAD, and that one actually ended up playing out. So exact same idea with the market maker models. Very like huge amount of bullish confluences to our favor. So let's go through those. Huge wick here, liquidity swept, and it's bullish confluence when you're bullish anyway, and you see 4-hour fair value gap being respected, and inside of that gap you have a major liquidity pool being taken out. So, and that's like a bullish range. You would expect all of those confluences to stack up for longs, and I'm expecting this to get taken out. Daily, hourly chart. So yeah, took out all those lows. That's very nice liquidity to take out. Let's just remove this for a minute. So yeah, very nice liquidity being taken out. That's during London. Now we inverse this gap here and create. Let's just go through this again. I'm gonna leave these SMTs there. So we create fair value gap here. Now, if you are bullish, we need to respect all these. So that one's respected. And as we reject away from that, we create bullish SMT on M30 with DXY. And what does this look like to you? The one that I've been studying, market maker models. Sell off. And smart money reversal, high time frame, confluence area with liquidity sweep, SMT, everything lining up. Every single bit. We're not only rejecting away from 4-hour, we're not only having SMT, we are not only sweeping liquidity, but we need create now new leg, and we are also rejecting away from that 30-minute fair value gap. And that most extreme one is there, that 15 minutes, and that one's actually respected pretty nicely. So when we come to down here and start rejecting, what I start looking at longs, because at that point I'm confident that we're running higher. And just for the sakes of it, I'm going to show you how market maker models work everywhere. Even this is a market maker model as its own in M1. Sell off, we create lower lows, and another SMT with DXY, smart money reversal in higher time frame confluence area, PD array. We break higher. This is your entry. You could have even entered here if you are confident and amazing trader. And you can see how price action is kind of choppy, but it kind of ended up running pretty nicely, and M5 is actually decently clean. So, and M5 doesn't close above, but I was looking at M3 and we closed well enough like that. So that I considered a break of structure to the upside. You got your 5-minute chart. That's the first and only fair value gap that I could identify. So I do have a Discord group and I put their signals. So this is the signal that I put there. Take a long at the USD CAD at that fair value gap. Now when I put that signal there, I had already executed here. And that's the thing that I'm having problems with. I'm kind of impatient with waiting for market to come to my setup, and I would have made like much more profits with this. I ended up making around 1%. I would have made around 2.5% had I just waited for the price to come to my entry area. Because you can see how it broke structure there. I was kind of too eager to get in. I just got in some of these random areas like that M3 candle low. Now looking at this, there is a small fair value gap, but I guess that's some way a valid entry. But I ended up doing something like that and closing probably somewhere here. So I made like a 1% there. So I will show you my funding pips dashboard right now, so you can see how I have made some of the profits that, so we have made back some of the money that I've lost a couple of days in a row. Obviously these losses are very small. You can see $23, $18, and today we made $123, but it would have been like $200 minimum with proper execution. So we left a lot of money on the table today. That's something we have to, and I have to journal on and become better with. But yeah, we read price pretty well, and I got a lot of conviction with the market maker models. Like, it's odd how I haven't been introduced to that concept. Like, I've always known what that is, but I haven't really been thinking markets that way. But I watched like a Justin Verlaine video about the subject, and it kind of clicked, and I started backtesting that, and I realized that everything market does is based on market maker models. Every single thing. Like, this like 1 hour market maker buy model here, and yet inside of that buy model we can find another buy model in a 1 minute chart just at my entry. And this fractal nature of market kind of allowed me to make profits today, and that's what I'm going to continue backtesting market maker models, and I'm trying to refine my strategy to fit that thing. I've been loving it with taking the M1 executions. Today USD CAD, Euro USD run both in profits fairly quickly. I'm trying to embrace that a little bit more, because I hate to wait a long time for a setup in like M15, and then when my drawn liquidity is kind of wrong, or market is kind of slow, then it takes like an ages for market to run. I just want to be out of the markets with fairly quick schedule, you know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, overall W day we are learning.